Yep, you hear my voice. You know what time it is, man. It's time for social media's most imperfect podcast. Social media's best kept secret. I am infamous.
I'm Freaky V.
Hollywood.
And together we make these nuts. You
These
know, as I
nuts.
start each and every part, y'all say that shit like y'all. Y'all be saying that shit like y'all. These nuts. Nigga, do y'all motherfuckers put any energy into any goddamn thing? Nigga, like, perk up a little
We,
bit of
we,
this motherfucker.
we put
Man.
some energy into certain things, yeah, of course.
No, but we
Yeah.
need to we need to engage. Maybe we want to listen, y'all. I be like, and we are these
All right,
nuts.
do it again. Do it again. We ready.
That
We
Woo!
shit,
ready.
I don't be wanting to say that corny shit anyway.
I
Okay, so
mean,
what's your better? Okay, so what's your better intro then, sir?
and
I
we
don't
are
have
these
one right now.
nuts. This is what we finna talk about. That's it. You doing the intro? You said.
Okay, let's rewind. I am infamous,
I'm Freaky V.
Hollywood.
and together we make these
These
nuts.
nuts.
These nuts.
There you go. Ooh, kudos. Hey Hollywood, you one miserable
Yeah.
son of a bitch. I just want you to know that.
Never miserable. Never miserable.
Don't let your misery infect me and Freaky V.
Sound like a
We,
Tyler Perry movie.
you know, yeah, now
Right.
you the villain in the Tyler Perry movie. You know, a light skinned nigga that just cruised to the woman.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you
No.
every black villain in the Tyler Perry movie, dog.
Damn, not the villain.
Yeah, he the villain, dog. The antagonist.
I'd rather be that than whoever that nigga Shamar Moore played with the fake braids.
Oh,
Don't
the
do
simp.
that.
Oh, the
Don't do
simp.
I'd rather be the villain. So I take that.
I be
I
smart.
take that. Yeah,
I
no,
be
yeah,
Shamar
yeah,
Moore was Captain Save-A-Ho. Boy, that nigga was serious in that movie.
listen,
yeah. I
man.
don't want to be him. I don't want to be him.
Hey, listen, man. The budget wasn't what it needed to be for that.
I mean,
That
the
Tyler
wig
Perry
was fucked up, yes. But
movie.
his role was so vital as far as black women and what we needed. Let's not do that.
See,
That
that's
nigga
me.
that
That's,
nigga was far from a simp.
I'm what black women need. Hollywood, do you understand? I'm what they need.
That nigga was a simp
What made him a simp?
Oh
because
shit.
she didn't want him. She wanted her husband back.
I understand, but she didn't realize that nigga wasn't good for her. That nigga was all that she
So
knew.
so he had to force himself on her and make her realize.
You look at it as force. It was him showing her that there are good niggas that exist. And
Mm.
instead of just coming out the gate like, since you already hurt and you traumatized, I'm gonna just fuck you. He was like, nah, we gonna be intimate. I'm gonna show you what the fuck true intimacy is. Then I'm gonna put the dick on you. Then you gonna be hooked. And that's what the fuck happened.
Nah, bitch. You heard what she said.
Yeah, I still don't agree.
Yeah,
I'd have let her. I would have let her go back over there and be miserable.
I feel you.
I mean, sometimes when it's fresh, you don't know. People like to stick with being comfortable and going with the norm. It's very difficult. Nobody likes to start over, whether it be a job, a new relationship, a new business venture. You like to stay where the fuck you at, where you done kind of figured that shit out or whatever, the good, bad, or indifferent. You understand? So she knew that shit was fucked up or whatever. She just didn't realize that he was gonna pull her out and bring the next bitch in.
I
You
don't even,
understand? So that's when the woman's ego take over to say, what the fuck does she have that I ain't? Or whatever. So Shamar Moore had to be that nigga to show her something totally different other than what the fuck she was exposed to. Just my personal opinion. I mean, I get y'all men see shit differently. I like Shamar.
Hmm.
First of all, I'm a Shamar Moore fan. Yeah, the wig was fucked up, but I think the character that Tyler Perry wrote for him to play was very vital.
okay, understood. I don't even remember the movie like that. I just remember that fucked up wig, and that's before Tyler Perry really got the bag, so he can start really doing his makeup right. Because the early Medea don't look nothing like the Medeas he be doing now, boy. You can't even tell. But
But
Yeah,
I don't understand why you won't just leave them niggas bald head. Why you gotta fuck the movie up by putting them ugly ass wigs on
I don't know.
because he had to play the part. He couldn't be the Shamar Moore from The Young and the Restless. He had to be Shamar Moore, the mill worker or whatever the fuck he worked at or whatever,
Tyler
which is supposed
Tyler
to be
Perry
kind of
got a
hard
history
for
of bad wigs. He got a plethora of movies with niggas wearing bad wigs. It ain't
Well,
just
but
Shamar Moore.
the microphone be in the wigs. Again, this is before he
Lord have
secured the
mercy.
bag.
Hey, listen, but we don't went off on the tangent. I didn't even get to introduce the podcast. Freaky V, tell me about to get in contact with you.
I am Freaky V on Instagram and Threads.
Hollywood, tell me about to get in contact with you.
I am Hollywood Rich _ on Instagram and Threads.
I am infamous on TikTok. Also, if you want to follow us, go to Theze Nutz on Theze Nutz official on Facebook. Instagram is Theze Nutz _. Hollywood, how to get in contact with us on YouTube.
Separate these nuts.
Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification button, drop a comment. If you engage with us, we will engage with you back. Also, if you take the audio experience, if you're on Spotify, Apple, Google Play, however you consume audio podcasts, go to Theze Nutz, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and they also have a little donation button. Also, donate to a podcast that's growing up. You know what I mean? Also, if you want to get in contact with us about any personal inquiries, go to thesenuts.business@gmail.com. I'm going to say that one more time. Thesenuts.business@gmail.com. All right, Freaky V, how was your week? Since we see that you watched the Tyler Perry movie lately.
Whatever. I did. In fact, I haven't watched any TV, none this weekend. This week, I've been a little under the weather. Still sick from the last motherfucking podcast. So I got the motherfucking cooties from somebody.
Yeah, boy, you got the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, you know how old you got to be to say that shit, bro? God damn.
But
What's that? What's that?
Hey, man, Freaky V.
That Mitchell was really sick. You had the heebie-jeebies. You was sick.
You know, just looking out the window at your reflection, you like you're at a real remote, nice destination. You know, you somewhere on a balcony, sun. I see, you know what I'm saying, water and shit. You know, you somewhere relaxing.
I am. Got my cigar, got my Crown Royal apple and some cranberry juice mixed in my glass.
It's too early in the morning to be drinking, bro. It's too early, goddamn water to be drinking.
Well, I've been drinking that all night. What you talking about?
All right, Hollywood, what's going on with you, sir? How was your week?
Not much, sir. It was great. Great week.
Same shit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you for being honest, sir. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
My week was let me see, what did I do this week? I did normal shit, dog. Nothing out of the norm. I think Freaky V, I talked to Freaky V a little more than I usually talk to her this week.
But you
but
love me more this week than you did before. I got it. I appreciate you.
Yo, dog, I had to check on you, make sure you're all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing what we do.
Yeah.
Well, hey, man, moving on in the part, right? Our first topic, right? I want to talk about men, right? Men telling women they need the bare minimum and expect the most from their woman, right? Like, I be listening to my homeboys talk, right? And they be like, I don't need a lot, right? To be happy. That's the saying that all niggas say, right? I feel like that's BS, for one. I think that's your ego, your macho ego speaking, two. And I think it's not true. And I think that conditions women to believe that they give us the bare minimum and expect the most. That's why I be a lot of niggas in these relationships with these women talk about all the shit that the women want, and they never express the shit that they want. Because we've all been conditioned to feel like, as a man, you're supposed to tuck how you feel about some shit and just be the provider in the family. And that's when you hear all the men talking about, I don't feel like I've been, you know, my woman see me, or I don't feel appreciated in a relationship. So I feel like men need to stop doing that shit. Like, stop telling motherfuckers you just need the bare minimum. I'm not telling women that I need the bare minimum. I'm a bougie nigga too. It's shit. And listen, the bare minimum may be different for different people. You know what I'm saying? Like, your bare minimum may be, you may not need a woman to do a lot of financial things for you. But that don't mean the other mental shit that you withholding from. So for me, I just think niggas need to stop telling women shit like that, bro, because they believe it. They believe that they can do the bare minimum and you should be happy. Free, what you say?
I think these niggas out here don't know how to express that. That's the issue. Right? Okay. So you express what you hear. You repeat what you hear. Mm-hmm. So that's when you hear I'm a simple nigga. I only need, fuck me, feed me, and be my peace, and I'm good. Mm-hmm. Oh, but there's so much more it encompasses being your peace. Being your peace how? Yes. You know what I'm saying? In order to be your peace, I have to recognize your traumas. Mm-hmm. So we do have to have these difficult conversations. Being my peace if you let a nigga explain long enough, honestly, I think you want a slave. So come in, fix me something to eat, and be quiet, or whatever. That's what he means, be my peace. But it's so much more than that, especially when I desire someone to be my peace as well. So I can tell you what the fuck that means. Mm-hmm. You understand? So it's not, you just sit back and be quiet. Mm-hmm. And I think guys don't realize, they know that they need more, but sometimes it comes across as you exhibiting female traits if you say you need more than that bare minimum. Mm-hmm. And that's what fucks things up, And as you go through in a relationship, people don't like to sit down and reevaluate the things that they do need, because they often change. Mm-hmm. What you say, Hollywood?
I think bare minimum or minimum comes in stages. When we first start talking, I really don't need much but companionship from you. But as we start progressing in the relationship and start accumulating priorities as a couple, the bare minimum gonna change. You know what I'm saying? It might not be just companionship. Now we got kids, so now I need you to do your equal part with the kids. Now we might have an apartment. Now I need you to do your equal part with the apartment. So bare minimum changes from situation or as the relationship progresses. Mm-hmm. So for you to not recognize the bare minimum level has changed because we got kids or we might have an apartment, and you still want to do the shit that you did in the beginning when we first met, mm-hmm. I think that's a miscue on the woman's part. Mm-hmm. Why do we have to sit down and now I gotta explain to you that I need a little bit more from you because the circumstances have changed? You know what I'm saying?
Because let me address that question quickly. I think it's imperative for a conversation to be had, because what I assume you need may not be what is actually needed. You understand? I might come in thinking that I have to cook and clean when that's not high on your priority list. And I'm thinking I'm doing my part as a woman because that's what I've been conditioned to think. When you feel like I need you to, I cook and clean before you get home. What I need from you is you to be more hands-on with the kids, or I need you to be more hands-on as far as the business aspect of our relationship or whatever. So that's why a conversation, you never want to assume this is what I need. You should automatically know what I need as more responsibilities arise. Even in an employer-employee situation, you oftentimes have to have different trainings and different events to say, hey, we're taking this on, and this is what is expected. So I don't think it's any different in a relationship.
I think that's the downfall of a lot of relationships, to be honest with you. When you assume somebody know what the fuck it is going on in your head. I tell all my friends that nobody lives in your head. If you don't express how you feel about something, then I don't care if we've been together 10 years. I think sometimes we get so comfortable with being with a motherfucker, we think you hear that shit about, oh, we've been together so long, I know what he think, and she, nah. Let's have an open dialogue, conversate to me how you feel, and I'll tell you how I feel. But in Hollywood scenario about, you know, getting an apartment and taking care of the kids if you got kids, I understand that aspect. That's I hate to use the word common sense, but that's logical thinking. That when we have kids, your role changes. What I'm speaking on, as men, we don't talk about what truly makes us happy with our significant other. We don't express what you need from them to make you happy. Like, for instance, I know that financially he good. That ain't what he need from his wife. He needs to feel like she a lot of things you hear from men is the respect aspect. They don't feel respected in their relationship, and they don't feel like they are appreciated in their relationships. From some of the dudes that I sit and talk to when we in the barbershop, a lot of men just don't feel that way. And I'd be like, well, dog, why don't you go talk to your wife about it? And some men feel like, you know what I'm saying, that they have conditioned their wife to feel that way. And I think a lot of women feel that way when it comes down to relationships, that because they hear men say that shit all the time. Oh, it don't take much to make me happy. Me and Freaky V had a conversation one time about our different levels of bougie, right? Like Freaky V says that if she go out of town, her bouginess is where she lay her head at. Like she not finna go sleep in no under what, I ain't gonna say 5-star, but it's got to be a high value hotel for her to stay. I think men should do the same things. Like, don't just put your value at the financial thing. I think you should learn yourself and learn what it is that you need to make yourself happy in your relationship and be able to communicate that to your partner. That way you won't be feeling unappreciated. Because if unappreciated is what you need, then you have to tell her that. You can't assume that she knows that you need it if you've been saying all the time, oh, I don't need a lot to make me happy. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with Hollywood that the older you get, hold on for you, V. The older you get, the views on life do change. So what you do need at 20 to make you happy ain't gonna be the same as what you need at 30 to make you happy. Or in our ages, in our late 30s and 40s. Go ahead, Freaky V.
Yeah, I think the one of the key things that you said was that the guys need to know themselves. That's the issue. You know, a lot don't take the time and the accountability to realize what it is that they want. So again, you're regurgitating what someone else said, and that's what you take on because it sounds good, you know. But when you actually put pen to paper and it's time for them shits to be implemented, then you'll find out that it's totally different. You know, when you so many guys depend, and this is for the women too, you know, but so many guys depend on a woman to make them happy. You hear that this is my better half, or she completed me, or whatever, when I think you really should be complete when you meet somebody to a certain extent. You understand? Like, I don't want to have to piece you together. I don't want to be, you know, that missing piece for you. I'm adding value to your life or whatever, you know, not picking up where you lacking and all that type of shit, you know, so that can be an issue as well.
But I also think what you said is like when you said the point about picking up pieces and being a better half, I think your significant other should be your better half. I think that your significant other should be wherever you weak at on, but see, this
it's a difference than being weak. I'm not coming in at 50% for you. That's the issue.
Sometimes you do come in 50%. You may not realize you're coming in at 50% because you are operating from a place of your normalcy. If somebody comes in and show you something totally different from what you used to, that's adding value. So that could be a piece of you that you didn't even know was missing. That's now being added.
Okay, so let's go back. You have a nice estate that you live on or whatever, right?
Yep.
Okay, so your home is well equipped to go on about the daily use of its purpose, right? Mm-hmm. If you were interested in selling your home, you would have a professional to come in and say, listen, the home is great. If you wanted to add value, these are some of the things that you would need to do in order, or would be recommended in order to add value. Sometimes, and I'm making that reference because as an insurance agent, it's houses that are barely standing. We're not going to even insure. We're not even interested in looking at, because you don't even come in at the bare minimum of what the 100% of what the house needs. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So it's the same thing with the relationship. If I come to you that I'm fucked up and I ain't got nowhere to stay or whatever, how am I? I want like you hear all these women. I want all of this shit from a man, but you don't have it. So that's why I think the 50% comes in at. So as some women and some men, I'm not looking at you to complete me. I'm looking at you to add value to my life. I want to share some memories and some core things with you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to build in addition to what I already have,
Mm-hmm.
not because I'm broken and shit. Just my personal opinion.
Hollywood, what you say?
I mean, I do think a conversation is needed, but how many conversations are needed for women to just do the bare minimum? Like, I only need you to do a small percentage because I got everything else. Just get in where you fit in. Like, you see, I'm short in other areas. Help me out there.
Okay.
You have to tell me sometimes what that is if you have everything. If I walk into your house and it's this nice ass estate, it's already clean, you got food cooked or whatever, you have things in order, you running your business or whatever. My question to you is how can I add
That
value to
mean
you?
that mean I don't need you to do shit around the house. That shit is already
Okay.
taken care of. I
Okay.
need you
I
in
need
other
to know that.
spaces.
So you got a maid. That's
See, no,
cool.
no,
Then
see,
what?
see, and that's the point that I'm making. Most niggas financially, if you doing your thing, that ain't what. When you say bare minimum, that's what a lot of people think. My mind goes to when I hear bare minimum or what a man expect. I'm talking about the mental shit that you need. Like what Hollywood talking about is the bare minimum as far as finances. I don't need you to come do. I got a maid. I got all that shit. I'm talking about for you to be fully happy in a relationship with somebody else. They got to know what makes you happy. And if you don't express what makes you happy, because niggas got that mindset of I'm just gonna give you the bare minimum, or all I need is the bare minimum, then you gonna be in always in a situation, because women have been conditioned to think that I don't have to do much to make this nigga happy. When inside internally, niggas are fighting themselves because they don't know how, what like Freaky V said, to one, they don't have the emotional uh
Capacity.
yeah, like they just don't have that. So now you're in a relationship with somebody where you feel like, okay, I'm doing my part, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but you can't translate or you can't vocalize what you need, or does it come off as
Uh,
the other people? If you say, hey baby, I need to feel like I'm appreciated in this relationship, or I feel like I don't get respect in relationship, or I need certain things from you and such, does that look from a female's perspective, does that look like um does that make a man look a certain type of way?
No, but
So
that's to me now. I'm older.
oh,
Honestly, maybe in my 20s, or,
you,
or
yeah.
then it probably would come across, because everybody come in like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm the best at everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck you mean I don't respect you? You definitely have to know how to communicate effectively. When somebody tells you something, um, now I'm able to understand. Take a seat and listen,
Mm-hmm.
to exactly what that person is saying, and let's figure out how we're gonna work that out.
Mm-hmm.
You
Hollywood,
know.
what you say?
I
Yeah.
mean, y'all said it, but a lot of women nowadays, they're conditioned to do even less than the bare minimum.
Yes.
Like, all of the energy they feel like has to go towards them and not reciprocated energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
So that's where we got the problem. Like, you can't even do the bare minimum.
Oh,
You conditioned to think that I'm supposed to give you my
everything.
all, and you just give me sex.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, and that shit don't work for a lot of niggas.
So in your opinion, Hollywood, who causes that? Why do you think it's
I,
like that?
I
Because I said
think
what I think.
ultimately the dudes who have a lot of money cause that because they condition women to think that just because they have sex, niggas will get them money. I think they fucked up the ecosystem by just willingly handing out what women want in exchange for sex or a little bit of companionship.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I I
Agree.
think that, I don't even think it's just rich niggas, though. I think niggas with good jobs, good hard working men
No, I
face.
ain't say rich niggas.
No,
Niggas
no,
who got a
no. Okay,
little
well, niggas
extra
with the money.
income.
I
Yeah.
think men in general, we are the reason why women feel that way, bro. Because we all, like Freaky V say that word condition. We've always been conditioned to feel like men don't need a lot to be prosperous in a relationship. And I can't disagree with that more. Like, it's not a happy wife, happy life. It's happy spouse, happy house. Like, we both got to make each other happy at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, you will never get 100% of love from somebody, dog, if they unhappy with you, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah. Make a lot of sense.
you would never get unconditional love from anybody if one, you don't love yourself, or two, you're not getting that love in return. Like, it's such a deeper level when it comes down to, the real aspect or the real thinking process of actually loving somebody unconditionally, bro. Like, women always say, well, Freaky V, she can speak for the women, because women say all the time that if you do something to me, you'll never get 100% of me again, right?
Right.
The same thing for a man. Like, some of these rules apply for both sexes, right? Like, me and
Right.
Hollywood always say on the podcast that if I ever come to you in a vulnerable moment, right? Some shit that happened to me when I was a kid, something that I've never expressed to nobody else, and you give me any type inklings that you look at me funny, you will never get 100% of me again, ever
Right.
again as a man. I can be with you for the rest of my life and be content. See, it's different being content in a relationship and being truly in love in a relationship. Sometimes people get those two things intermesh with each other, and it's hard to love somebody 100% authentic, truly unconditional love for somebody, dog. If you're not happy, you'll never get the whole 100% of a motherfucker, ever. Ever, 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 ever. So if we ever gonna get to this forever stage that people talk about they want to get to, that means you got to know what makes me happy. Because if I'm not happy, how can I make you happy? If you holding back and making me feel like I'm not the man in the relationship, or I'm not appreciated, or I'm not respected in the relationship, I can't give you what you need.
Correct.
Because you got to better pull back all the masses. You got to put it. See, once you love somebody unconditionally, dog, you set your ego, your pride, all that shit that men have, that women have as well. You set all that shit aside for that motherfucker. Because listen, everybody pay the fool for somebody, bro. You might well play the fool for the motherfucker you're in love with. Why not?
And maybe my mindset fucked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like y'all say, the niggas telling the female, I don't need much from you. I just need the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
But if you, as a female, has the mindset of, I'm just gonna come in and I'm gonna do what he told me to do. I'm just gonna do the minimum.
Mm-hmm.
He only need me for a couple things. But you see other ways you could insert yourself and make my life better, but you still just doing those two or maybe three things. I see it's a problem with the female. If you see there's a way to ease my life or make my life a little bit better, and vice versa, I'm gonna do the same for you, and you don't insert yourself and do it, I see that as an issue. Maybe I'm fucked up for thinking that way, but I see that as an
Nah,
issue.
no. I don't think you fucked up for thinking that way, dog. I think, and Freaky V can attest to this. Me and Freaky V get into this argument all the time. She gets so depressed because people don't deal with situations the way that she would deal with situations. And I tell her that all the time. Just because you view something some type of way, dog, doesn't mean the other motherfucker view it the same way that you view it. That's why it's so prevalent to be able to communicate with people, with your significant other, with your friends and shit like that, dog. Communication is a lost art because you assume, because we in this house together, we've been together for 6 years. If I'm lacking in this area, that you assume that I can just read your mind and say, okay, well, let me go do this because this is what he need me to do. Why not have a
But that,
conversation and say it?
but that's why I say my mindset might be fucked up because I
I don't think
know,
you have a
I,
fucking
I
mindset.
know, I know you see shit that you could insert yourself around going on around here, but you don't. You choose not to do it.
Okay, hold on before
I
you
don't
answer.
think we need to have that conversation if you see this.
Okay, so are you speaking like as far as like if it's some messy shit in the house and cleaning or like
I'm talking
give me
about
more details on
I'm
what you're
talking
trying to
about
say.
I'm talking about anything. Anything. It could be cleaning, or it could be on Wednesday nights. I come home late so you can have the dinner ready or some shit. It could be going on vacation and you take charge of vacations because I'm bad at planning. I don't give a fuck what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you could like see, and I don't have to tell you, but you still choose not to do it, I find that as an issue.
Okay.
Why do I have to tell you to do some shit that you see need to be done?
Okay.
Yeah,
Freaky.
that could be a fine line
And
for
vice
me.
versa.
I
Vice
agree.
versa. Yeah.
It's a fine line because women. I'm gonna give the female perspective.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to invest like that and give you extra when you said you only need this. Yeah, I see it. But it's like, okay, if I insert myself to do these things, are you going to feel entitled? Are you going to always want me to do that? Are you going to be appreciative? And then we don't want to upgrade you like that if it's no reciprocity involved. Now,
I
I hear
understand
what
that
you're
mindset
saying.
in the beginning. I understand that
Yeah,
in the beginning.
yeah,
But after we done established some type of foundation, then you still acting like that?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Then I can understand that.
so
Yeah,
I think that we just have to re-up the negotiation, the contract. That's it. You just got to renegotiate the contract. Like this contract not set in stone. Let's renegotiate this contract. Let's. I just think at the end of the day, a lot of people think that people function the way that they function, and it's not. That's just not human nature. If no two people in the world have the same DNA, everybody don't got the same mindset because what you feel should be done if you don't express it. See, my thing is this: a lot of relationships fall apart because of the assumption situation. You assume that somebody should know something.
right.
Instead, like you said, if we've been together so long, you should just take the load off me. But what if I don't know that that's a load to you? What if you handle everything like the mo like Freaky V say the machismo in a relationship? Nothing will never affect you. I don't know if that shit bother you or not.
Yeah.
You just accustomed to doing it. So how do I know if I'm the woman that that's what you need from me if you don't sit and have a conversation with me? My whole thing is this,
I see that as selfish.
bro, and you
I,
entitled to.
I
yeah,
mean,
I
but
see that as you not wanting to see.
No, 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 no,
but
no, 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 no. Okay, for
That's
instance,
how I
right?
see it. Yeah, maybe I
but
say maybe I'm fucked up, but
if
that's how
that's
I
the
see it.
case, are you going to say something?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, I'm
talking
gonna say
about.
something. Yeah, eventually, yeah, you gotta say something.
But are you gonna say it when you pissed off mad?
I
Or
don't
are you
know.
gonna say it?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm thinking that you smart enough to to recognize when I'm overloaded and to take some of this shit off of my back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of people think. Maybe it's wrong, but that's how we think.
I agree.
me too.
I
I
agree.
do get it, but the thing is that reciprocity have to be. I don't know who the fuck gonna start that shit. Because one don't want to start
Yeah,
and the
but
other one ain't doing or whatever. If that's the case, ain't you still gonna be stagnant.
that shit's selfish to
But
me because I could look at my wife and tell when she's overwhelmed, even if she don't say something,
so
because
okay,
I
let
know
me
my
give you an
wife.
example. Let me give you an example. Something that just popped into my mind, right?
Okay.
So I was talking to this guy. This was, I guess, years ago. I was talking to this guy. Then every time I would go over to his house, the house would pretty much be clean, but he would always have dishes in the sink.
You don't like doing this?
Whatever. Okay. So he would, give me the code to, hey, babe, I'm working late or whatever. I'll be home at this time. Why don't you just, here's the code or here's the key. You can go in. I'll be there soon. Okay. All right. So he's obviously established enough trust with me to be in his dwelling while he's not there, right? Okay, so you just don't give that to everybody, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? I ain't got shit to do. The house pretty much clean. How much TV I'm gonna watch? Let me just wash the dishes. In case he brings something home that we can eat or whatever. I don't see no paper plates. Let me just wash up these couple of dishes or whatever. When the nigga came home, the nigga was like, did I ask you to wash the dishes? You understand? So that shit right there was like, hold up, fuck nigga, that was the wrong response. You could have just said thank you.
That's crazy.
Call nigga fuck nigga, huh?
Dog, what type barbarian niggas did you be dealing with, dog?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna give you an
something wrong with
example.
him.
Yeah, something
He
wrong.
got a mental issue. Yeah,
I'm giving
man,
I'm,
thank you.
listen, there was another guy. I was sitting on his couch or whatever, couch with a whole bunch of pillows. When I got up, it's just customary. You just put the shit back the way that you found it. Or whatever. The nigga was like, nah, you can leave the pillows like that. And I was explaining. I was like, no, let me just, fix it up. And he was like, wait, what did I say? He was like, this my house, my rules. And to a certain extent, I understood that. But I was
Them
like,
old
okay.
niggas.
I was like, but I'm not trying to redecorate your shit, nigga. I'm just putting the pillows back the way that I found it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when you do certain shit, if you give me the wrong response, I ain't gonna never touch them motherfucking pillows again. They could be on the fucking floor for all I care. I would never, in regards to the dishes, I wouldn't give a damn if you got a clean cup, you wash it.
Nah, but see, my thing is just about like what Hollywood said. Like, maybe I don't think people think that's crazy, dog, because you've been conditioned to feel how you feel and how you think a relationship should be ran. I think sometimes you got to break down the whole relationship, dog, and build it from the foundation, build that motherfucker back up to what you and your
What works
significant
for
other
you?
want. Right? For instance, like Hollywood know my kid's mom, right? I remember when we was dating long time ago, right? She used to go out, right? And I wouldn't call and check on her, right? Now, I'm older than my kid's mom. So I always used to feel like I never had trust issues with my kid's mom. She go, I give her the debit card, the credit card, and just go do your thing. I never had to worry or think that she was doing nothing, right? So I would never call. But it became an issue because for her, she needed for me to call to check on her. But she never expressed that to me. She assumed that I knew that, and I didn't. So I'm going back to what you're saying, Hollywood. Like, I didn't know that it was a problem until it was a problem.
Correct.
So that's why I'm
And
saying,
when
like,
it
the
was a
communication
problem, then it
part,
was a major problem
yeah, it
because
was
you
a major
allowed
problem,
things
but she
to
felt
build
like I
up.
didn't care. But I did. It's just that I didn't look at it the way that she looked at it. I had already been out partying and doing what I wanted to do. I had to be to work in the morning. So, hey, if you want to go out and have fun, go have fun. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and me and her was together for a while.
I don't think
Years.
that's a situation that's just so obvious. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a situation where you gotta tell a nigga. And the first time that you did the shit, I would explain to you, hey, listen, check on me, make sure I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's some shit that you could just
But
pick up and
but what I'm saying, Hollywood, is it's the standard in what she it's a goal that
Right.
was in her relate. The niggas she dealt with before me, that's probably the standard. She probably felt all niggas done that shit. So instead of having a conversation and giving me the opportunity, the chance to fix it, it was a
but just
problem.
like if the situation was in reverse and you checked on her, but she didn't want you to check on her, she felt like you was keeping tabs on her.
Mm-hmm.
She would have to let you know. I'm just calling to check and make sure you straight. No,
Mm-hmm.
you ain't got to do that. I'll call you and let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Where you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about a preference.
And that's all
Preference
I'm
is like
saying.
that. Preference, that's a preference. You have to explain to me a fucking preference.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about some shit that's going on in my life that you can see that's lacking. That's a preference.
But okay, but what I'm saying, Hollywood, if you come into the relationship with that expectation, you feel like all niggas do that because that's all the niggas that you ever dealt with. That's all you've been used to. That's like the girl who wants you
Right.
to open the car door for. If every
But
nigga
I
she
don't think
been
that's a
dealt with, go
I
ahead.
don't think that's a situation that you trip on. I think that's a situation when it happens the first time. I think you have to explain. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
and then going on from there,
Mm-hmm.
then we might run into an issue if you don't. I done explain this shit to you, and you still doing it the way that you want to do it.
Okay,
Then the issue might come.
but then again, you're looking at it from an older, mature Hollywood. I was 26, 7 at that point. She was younger than me. So, okay, yeah, we looking at it from a adult standpoint at this point. But looking back on it, when I was in my 20s, like I said, it's just the communication part, bro. That's all I'm saying is that
Yeah,
you come into a
that's
relationship with a certain standard or a certain quality of life that you feel like this is how a relationship should be built. If you don't express to the nigga that this is my standard, or you or the girl don't express to you that, or the man express to the woman that, hey, this is my standard, this is what I need, you can't just assume that somebody know it. That's all I'm saying. You could be absolutely right. It is a
yeah,
preference.
but my those are preferences, and I'm not gonna sit here and explain to you all 2,000 preferences that I have. We just gotta live and encounter the shit, and then
And
I
cross the
explain to you
bridges
how I
as they
feel a certain
come.
way about it. Yeah,
But you do have to explain your core values though. The other shit
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
down with you.
yeah.
But your core values, you're gonna have to explain. Like if you need a motherfucker to call you when you out, if that's your core value, if that's how you feel love, then I think that's you should express that. And
So
get a motherfucker the opportunity to show you that he don't.
No, I agree. I agree because I can't just automatically, since I'm with you, it's just computed to my head. No,
Yeah,
you got to explain that to me. Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree. Um,
yeah,
okay, moving on. Damn, boy, we unpacked that motherfucker there, boy. That was an official unpacking right there, boy. Lord.
that's a lot.
Yeah. Freaky V put something in the group chat, and I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. Where is that mess at? Y'all talk while I find it. Freaky V, tell Hollywood why he ain't shit. Go ahead, tell him.
Tell him why I ain't shit. He already know why the fuck I ain't shit. Or whatever.
that that's an opinion. I believe your shit.
Thank
If
you.
that makes
Thank you,
sense.
love. Thank
If that
you.
makes sense.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it does. And I thank
Yeah,
you.
this
Okay, I
nigga
found
crazy, man.
it. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the clip. Hold on. Let me. Damn, my app. Everything done shut off. Okay, there we go. Here we go. I don't know what's wrong with what's going on with speaker,
Oh,
man.
you supposed to have shit
Every
queued
day of the
on.
week, twice on Sunday. Respect
Okay, here we go. Give me a second. Bear with me, people. Bear with me.
any day, every day of the week and twice.
Let me start this from the beginning.
You gotta rewind it.
Yeah, dog. This shit crazy. The technical.
Men take respect over love any day. Any day, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Respect me before you love me. And then women position themselves where it's like, well, I'll take safety over love.
Damn. Safety, huh?
So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to be in love with you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
You know what? Who? When you say that out loud,
She ain't lying.
that makes some sense.
Yeah, no, she didn't lie.
Okay. Freaky V. You
I
think?
put that in the group. I don't even remember that shit.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know you don't, dog. I know you don't. Hollywood, you set back. Hollywood, tell me what you think, sir.
She said a lot, but as far as the respect and love part, like I think, like I be trying to make shit make sense and make shit balance. So I see both sides of it.
Okay.
So in my mind, how could you not respect me but love me as far as a relationship is concerned?
Easy.
Like, huh?
Easy.
No, I'm not talking about you love me because we got history. I'm talking about being in love with me.
I agree. I know exactly
How?
what you're
Explain.
talking about.
Okay, explain that to me because I don't get it.
So what you saying? You don't think it's women out here that's married to niggas that they don't respect, or are you saying this?
I don't think they love them niggas. I think they're there because of whatever the nigga can offer to them. I don't think they love them. Ain't no way in
You
hell.
said you said you could not respect somebody and love them?
Yeah, because that's why I'm lost at.
I don't. Yeah, how could you not respect the nigga that you're madly in love with?
Correct.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
I
y'all
if
gotta
I
explain it.
respect you, I don't love you.
And that's what I'm trying to tell him.
Okay, maybe I heard you wrong. Okay, for me, I agree with you. First of all, let me start off there. I agree with you. Now that I got a better understanding of what you're saying, I agree with you. But I think what she's talking about is that women don't care about
Shit.
the respect. They don't care about the respect part, dog. I think men put more stock in the respect than the women do. Women want security. Women want safety. Women marry for safety, bro. Men don't usually marry for safety. Not all, but most women will settle for the nigga that's the safe bet than they will about the nigga that they in love with. Because if you got a nigga that's making a certain amount of money that's gonna provide a certain type of lifestyle for you, and he's safe, you gonna get with the nigga that's safe. We talk about this shit on the podcast.
Yeah, no, I
about
agree with that
for a
point.
motherfucker.
I agree with that point.
So
and I think a woman is smart for going for safety over love. In the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme.
But can you be happy with the safe nigga though, or the safe girl?
Absolutely.
Can you be happy with love and not safety? So I'd rather choose, if speaking from a woman's perspective, I'd rather choose the safety and the comfortability over the love aspect. You can't survive off love.
Okay.
I feel you on that, Hollywood. Freaky view what you say. As a woman.
I agree. I wanna I'm in love with the safe nigga.
I'm telling you. Shit.
But are you happy?
I'm very happy with a safe nigga. That safety is a big thing. You understand? Like I can be myself, no judgment. You know, you can see me at my best. You can see me when I ain't got these lashes on. You know, you can accept me when, you know, when I'm on 100 and when I'm not. That safety is some next level shit. And not all niggas offer that.
Listen,
you know.
It's a Netflix show. It's called Sex Life. I think that's what it's called.
I still ain't watching.
What? But you remember me talking to you about it, right?
Right.
It's a good show, dog. Basically, it's about this conversation that we have. The ladies with the safe man. I think he's a broker on Wall Street, big house. I think they got 2 kids, picket fence, maid, all the other wild shit that's going on. He's safe. She love him. He's safe. But it's the nigga that she can't get over. I think he's a music executive or he owns a record label or some shit like that. And for some reason, she just can't get this nigga out of her system. She can't get him out of her system. She sneak off to meet him. They talk, and you know the talking eventually turns into what it turns into. But my thing is, in this scenario, she got the safe guy. She must took the guy, her husband, in the series to one of those freaky parties that Freaky V be going to. Because he found out that them two was back talking. Right? So he felt like he had to up his sex life with his wife to keep her. So they went to one of the little sex parties and he wound up getting head from his wife's friend. Wife. At the party. This shit opened up a whole lot of other shit. So go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's a good series. I think they're on season 2 right now. But my thing about it is, what you guys said, she had the safe life. She had the husband that loved her. She had the picket fence and the money, and she go do what she want to do. But eventually, to her core, she wasn't fucking with it.
So, but
how that situation turned out for her?
I think they wound up getting a divorce.
Uh-huh. What
Uh,
about her being with the nigga who owned the record label? What happened with that?
well, um, he wind up getting engaged to somebody else,
Of course. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
but he couldn't
I
leave her
figured that.
alone either. He wind
You
up
ain't got shit.
he wind
It's
up
a
getting
reason.
no,
It's
hold
a
on.
reason why she should have ignored all of that fantasy shit and stayed with the safe nigga.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is in the series, he wind up getting a supermodel pregnant and leaving her to go back to her, and that's how the season 2 ended. He wind up moving on, getting him a supermodel chick. I think he married her, or that was his fiance or some shit. He wound up getting her pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
But the supermodel girl knew that he had a thing for that girl because you just gotta watch the series. I don't want to see you unpack the whole series, but you should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's about sex life.
Everybody perhaps has a different definition of safe.
Okay.
Right. So my safety also includes, if I'm gonna be safe with you, my pussy gotta feel safe too. Remember that. So I'm not having somebody that if I'm safe with you, it's a lot that encompasses that. You understand? So I gotta be comfortable with you on a lot of my core top 3 things. You understand? So if I feel safe with you, technically, I'm not really looking at the next nigga like that, like she was, or whatever. It might be some niggas I want to play with, but them niggas don't mean nothing. Like they ain't on my brain. Like, damn, I wonder what he doing. You know, you just walked by me and had the gray sweatpants on,
But
and I want some.
But
See,
I think you talking about something totally different. I think you talking about a nigga that has everything.
yes, I was just gonna say that.
We talking about the nigga who you ain't got to worry about your lifestyle being secured. The
Yes,
house secured, your car secured, all the bills secured, the kids are taken care of.
yes,
But he lacks in other areas that might make you fall in love with him.
yes,
Is that considered sexually?
That's considered safe
yes. See,
in the general sense of
Yeah,
being
nah.
safe.
I mean,
yes,
just because I'm sexually satisfied don't mean that I'm in love either. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a thin line there, you know, or a little
I
gray
mean,
area.
but
But
what are them nigga? Which of those out of those two are you gonna pick though? Are you gonna pick the nigga who I just explained, or the nigga who take care of you in the bedroom or all those other areas?
well, depending on
wow,
You
wow.
can't you can't. Oh, I'm a fuck with the safe nigga and have the sexual nigga on the side. You gotta pick.
I mean, that's my personality though.
Well, who are you picking?
Yeah, who you picking?
mm,
Now
Oh,
your
now,
lifestyle secured. Your lifestyle secured.
listen, I'm gonna answer
my
for.
life, okay, but my life.
I'm gonna answer for.
Remember,
Fuck that. I'm gonna answer for. 90% of women gonna take the safe nigga.
correct. But the relationship doesn't end and fall apart because you got to sneak off. That shit that's only temporary. You're only like, okay, after you're doing the same thing every day, becomes quite mundane. You know, so you go, the nigga not dicking you down in the bedroom. Yeah, you been
Hold on.
everything paid for.
Let's say the nigga, everything ain't mundane. Let's say the nigga take you on trips. He doing all this other. He's a safe nigga. He doing all that other wild, all that other shit that you need. But besides
Yeah, but
that nigga doing that, what you really need.
that 20% of what I really need and desire, he ain't doing. And you gotta understand that 20% rears its ugly head every now and again. So yeah, you
Yeah,
taking me
but
on these elaborate trips to places that I've never been, but I want to get bent over the balcony, but you can't.
he
So am
bending
I
you over the
really
balcony.
enjoying the
It's just
full
not.
experience?
It's just not on the level of the nigga who you sneaking off to go with.
Yes.
Right.
He might be decent,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it ain't the same thing. Are
Yeah.
you are you are you willing to risk the life that y'all built over here
If it's
for this
if it's
for this
decent,
this nigga you fucking every now and then?
yes. Decent, yes. I
Yeah,
don't need to have that
decent ain't
spectacular.
de- decent ain't good enough for you.
No,
Yeah.
decent is good enough. but it got to be.
Listen,
it got to be in the upper decent.
Upper decent, whatever that means.
Nah, I just think that
not level 3 and 5 decent. You know what I'm saying? Like we barely getting there. No.
I'm pretty sure most women, if they can find a nigga that can do all that shit that Freaky V talking about, he's not the safe nigga. He just the nigga. He that nigga.
Yeah.
We talk about the dude that does everything.
Yeah, she talking about it. She talking about a nigga that got everything going.
Yeah. She talking nigga that got 98 patent rating. You know,
but the safe, remember the safe nigga for me don't have to be.
And that nigga you talking about got so many motherfucking options.
Yeah, but the
he
nigga,
ain't
and
trying
I'm
to get
cool with
tied
that
down.
too. But I'm cool with that too. But for the average woman, they not.
Yes.
You know, so but remember, safety for me doesn't necessarily involve financial. That's why I say it's relevant to what you need.
Shit, I'm gonna say shit to you on that. If you better than that's worth
I'm not saying you can come in as the broke nigga. That's not what I'm saying.
Freaky V.
I'm saying you don't have to have this elaborate 6-figure job or whatever, you know, to impress me. That's all I'm saying. I come in straight. You know what I mean? As far as the financial aspect. Everybody want to try to throw money. Everybody been throwing money at me for years, my entire life, even before I became sexually active or whatever. All of my dad's friends and colleagues, they just always would
stop
give.
incriminating people on the podcast.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
You ain't had to say that. You ain't
Yeah. You gotta say all that.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I always give the example of say Joe Robbie when he was building this, he wanted to build a stadium or whatever. He knew my dad was a prevalent person in the community or whatever. I was a couple of years old, maybe 6, 7, less than 10 or whatever. You know, so when he would see me, because I'd be with my daddy, it was always let me impress, you know, the kids. Here's $20, here's $100 or whatever. What I'm saying, the point I was making is that money is always.
I thought you were for the try to incriminate Joe Robbie. I was like,
no, nigga. I was saying money was always given, so that wasn't really high on my list because I was well taken care of anyway. So you can't impress me with the money aspect. You got to make me feel safe in other ways. That's what I'm saying. You ain't got to come in with that.
I get everything you're saying, but listen. If a nigga come in with that type cash, you gonna go with the nigga that got the $4-5 million in the account. That safety shit. That's definitely, bro. Listen, women only fuck to security, pleasure. That's just what it is. Those are the only two reasons. So if a nigga
you'll find other ways to pleasure yourself. You'll be all right
for a little while.
Yeah, I will. And while my homeboy is in the meeting or whatever, I'm gonna duck off.
You ain't gonna be able to duck off. This nigga finna have so many cameras on your motherfucking ass.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, well, since we on this topic, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to my friends, like I feel, and this just a euphemism, if that's a word.
Go ahead. It's not, but go ahead.
Bro, I feel like as long as I'm kicking it with women sexually with a rub on, dog, I don't develop feelings for them. I feel like I don't catch feelings for shit like that. Freaky, why you look that way? I told you.
Go ahead. I'm watching some people fish. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, dog, for me, I think it's a deeper connection when you take that, you said when you take that jacket off, bro. I think the last time I took a jacket off, though, I wound up with 2 kids and married.
Nigga.
As long as I've had the jacket on, though, I've never caught feelings for nobody like that, bro.
What the fuck? That ain't got the.
I said it's an euphemism.
Okay.
I did.
That's what you've been conditioned to believe. I don't think that got shit to do with. First,
in my head.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that.
Nah, go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
So the last person that you cared about outside of your baby's mom,
Mm-hmm.
Did you hit wrong?
Mm-mm.
But you cared for that bitch though.
I like them. Feelings is different.
Oh,
Care
oh,
for and liking is totally two different things, bro.
I get it. Don't be trying to use my shit on me, nigga.
No, I ain't using no shit. The Hollywood thing, this is bullshit. Look how you do that nigga.
I'm just thinking about it because I don't use condoms anyway, so I'm thinking.
Well, Hollywood, you ISO, baby. This me and Freaky V, you go stand in the corner.
Yeah, I
You
don't use condoms.
Yeah.
Condoms?
You
What's
go
that?
stand over there in the corner.
What's a condom?
This is a Freaky V infamous conversation.
Oh, okay.
Freaky V, you don't get emotional.
You said that you cared for her.
I like that.
And you did, and you always wrapped up every time you hit.
Yep.
Okay, so that means you could have still been hitting, and you were developing. If she had acted right, you'd have still been on the path to liking her more and more every day. So you ain't had to hit raw in order to develop feelings. You had already developed some form of feelings for her to have her stand apart from everybody else. So that's how I know that's bullshit. That ain't got nothing to do with the time of day. You can feel the pussy at any time.
What about if it's one of those the best skin or the thin condoms?
It does always the thin condoms. I gotta push it to the edge. I gotta get closest to the real sensation as I can get.
Boy,
because boy, if I put on a regular condom, dog, it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long night, baby.
Can't feel nothing, huh?
Can't feel nothing in that straight jacket, boy. Can't feel nothing. Nothing.
Oh shit.
So if you sidebar, if you wear one of them thick ass condoms, full latex, and you can't feel shit,
oh man,
how are you staying involved? If there's no type of pleasure for you, then how are you still continuing? How's it going to be a long night if you can't feel shit?
I don't have that problem.
Okay. I understand you're a vegetarian, used to be a vegan, and
I'm not a vegetarian and I'm not a vegan, so don't get
well, whatever. You eat chicken, nigga. That you ain't no vegan no more, or whatever. So
I was never a vegan, but go ahead. Go ahead.
You were a healthier motherfucker. Okay, you stopped eating the collard greens with the fat back in it and supplemented it for turkey.
No, I eat that every once in a while, but go ahead with your statement. Go ahead.
Anyways, the thing is, you made me forget what the fuck I was gonna say.
Listen,
I'm saying if you can't feel the pussy, I ain't talking about your stamina. That's not what I'm saying. If you put on a thick ass condom and you can't feel the pussy, how the fuck is it gonna be a long night? Ain't that much interaction.
I gotta feel it.
How many titties you gonna suck on? How much licking and kissing you gonna do it if you not feeling something?
Yeah, I gotta feel it.
Me and Hollywood are being very facetious when we say you don't feel nothing with those condoms.
My mind ain't that strong.
My mind is if I was an X-Man nigga, I'd be Dr. Magneto.
You gonna have to be to keep that dick hard, boy, and don't feel nothing.
You don't feel nothing?
But listen, regular condoms.
I'm out the game early.
Listen, regular condoms you feel what's going on. It ain't like you just don't feel nothing. Like it's wrapped up in the motherfucking metal jacket. You feel something. It's just not as pleasurable as the skin or the real thing.
Raw.
I was just finna say it's a reason you get them best skin one.
So I mean you still feel something. It ain't like you just sticking it in a door hallway or nothing like that. I mean, you still feel a young lady. You know?
Yeah, I can't do it.
So Freaky V, when you put your rub on, what do you feel?
And I put my rub on.
beat his ass.
I'm telling you, I can't stand this motherfucker or whatever.
I got such thing as female condoms, dog.
I don't use none of them. I use
shit?
I use skins. Ain't nobody listen. I'm not doing it.
Wait. Y'all ain't never used a female condom before?
Hell no.
No.
Is that a different level of freak? Because I done used a female condom before.
You had to be young as fuck when you did that dumb shit.
For what?
You were
Say
young, huh?
sex? What the fuck you mean? For what?
Don't they use that when you go down there and eat the you know what I'm talking about?
No, I
Yeah.
don't. No, I don't. Listen,
Yeah,
You told me don't
okay,
you told me don't say it on the podcast.
listen, bro.
unless the female condoms have evolved, it used to be it was designed for you to
For
put
oral.
on a female. It looked like it covers the female,
It
and
like
it
the shit you
allows
put
her
on top of the
to.
golf, on top of the golf club.
Yeah,
Isn't that for oral sex though?
yeah,
Nah,
that's what I thought.
nah, you
Not
can
for
use
penetration, for oral stimulation.
all I'm saying is I've tried one before, bro. I mean, I was
That
young.
nigga be done pushed all that rub in, huh?
What, bro? I'm trying to tell you. You got to go fish for that shit. No, what the hell?
Hold on.
That shit
Let's not
that
act
shit'll be
like
lost forever, dog. That shit'll get lost forever.
you ain't never lost a rubber.
Huh?
You ain't never lost a rubber in a girl before.
That nigga say,
Nah,
huh?
I ain't never did. Nah, I ain't never did that. Nah.
Ricky
My
B.
shit out. When I did
Yeah.
use them, they was super snug.
Yeah.
Ricky B, you need that to lose a condom.
Yes.
So Hollywood, you ain't never met a girl that had that super grip.
That's not
Yeah,
what
you
that
ain't,
is.
but
I don't think
Let me
that's
get
what
my
that
jokes
is.
off, Freaky V.
but you
Goddamn.
but
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Goddamn.
but back in the day when I was, you wasn't pulling that tuxedo off, man. Remember them
No,
tuxedos?
those the worst condoms in the world. Nigga, the whole rib come off that motherfucker, boy, when a girl gets super wet.
Nah, you ain't pulling that off. Them shits be so tight on your goddamn. Nah, hell
No,
no. It be
but
so tight. You ain't pulling that off.
them shit's made out of Winn-Dixie bag plastic. Nigga,
It
shit,
probably was.
shit
I
fall
used to, hey,
off.
I used to rip
No,
through
that
them
shit fall
motherfuckers, boy.
off.
Nigga say
I used
it's
to rip
made
through
from
them.
these bags.
90% of the kids that's our kids come from tuxedos, dog, cause them shit's real.
Yeah.
So
I think that's how my oldest got here off a tuxedo.
so the condom just bust.
Yeah, I pulled out. It wasn't nothing but a wedding band around my
That's
shit.
what I said. So you lost it.
Damn. Now you got to go and get it. Now you got to go in there and get it.
Nah, it wasn't in there like that.
Nah, boy, my shit was up there by a uterus, boy. We had to go to the.
that nigga pushed the hell out of it. You felt that shit ripped through there. You just kept fucking. That's your fault.
Yeah.
That's your fault. You don't push that shit all the way in there like that.
No, she knew it too. Listen,
we don't know that.
No, wait. Okay, I can't speak for a woman, but let's have
Yeah,
real.
you can. Yeah, you can. Freaky V lying.
Bro,
No, you can't.
A difference between rubber and real human flesh.
No, that shit.
No.
That shit feel different. That shit feel way different.
No.
You know,
you just talked about the different types of condoms.
Freaky V, you not for sitting on this podcast to tell me if a man inserts you with a condom.
Well, I got the fucking pussy. How you gonna tell me what I feel and what I don't?
But then you ain't got no
believe.
sensation down there, dog. Once they did that hysterectomy, they did everything. They fucked you all up.
This nigga is so disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Bro,
I wasn't gonna say nothing like that.
Ladies, if you listen to the podcast, y'all done tuned in this far, go to the comment section. Let us know if you having sex with a man.
I always heard they could tell the difference.
I always heard that too.
No.
You never heard that before. And
Listen.
we know the difference.
No, you know the difference.
We know the difference.
You or whatever. I'm saying if the dick slip in, whether it has a condom on or not, if you're interacting or whatever, you ain't gonna know that moment that shit break. It don't make no motherfucking sound or whatever. You just keep playing.
Mine do, because it be so much pressure.
You can't have no real conversation. I'm done with this.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You can't tell. That's all I'm saying. If you bent over and the nigga is pounding you, you don't realize that the condom is off or it didn't broke or whatever. Nothing changes or whatever. You know, so you realize when he pull out, he like, oh shit, my condom missing. or whatever, the shit gone.
But he knew that for sure. We know he knew.
Well, I'm not going from that perspective. The question was, does the woman know? I'm saying we don't.
Well, you the first woman I ever heard that, because it's done been times where girls be like, hey, you sure that condom on? I know it's on. I got all that glaze on that donut body in, baby. I got that glue, like Usher said.
Might as well finish, huh?
Oh, yeah. So whatever you got
here now.
at this point.
Yeah. No. If you're not watching, yeah.
Shit.
Women don't know. If unless you watching or whatever, if you getting beat up, you're not gonna feel that difference.
Okay.
If you getting what?
Free, let me ask this question. Before Mattins popped on the scene and they was the preferred rubber by everybody, what was your preferred
tuxedo, baby?
It was still Trojan. Don't Trojan man? I don't know. Trojan. Wasn't it Trojan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollywood, you was so you was a fuck girl with the colors they gave to you out in high school.
Nigga, I'm talking about before we had bread to go get condoms from the store.
Yeah.
We got all the free condoms.
Yeah.
Right.
All the condoms they was giving away. They was giving away all the tuxedos.
Yeah.
I know
we had a drawer full of them shits. The color one, the different color ones, all kind of shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
We know you remember Freaky V. We know you remember.
Fuck you.
Them shits was red, green, yellow.
Yeah.
Really? I don't remember the red.
Some glow in the dark. Some, they taste good. If you ain't want to suck raw meat,
hold on,
you put the.
You a different type of animal.
They had flavor condom.
Listen, you a different type of animal if you suck meat with a condom on. You a heathen. You a barbarian. You a hussy.
I think I did that one time. I can't remember the nigga name. I don't know what he looked like, but I do remember tasting a flavored condom one time.
Talk about you gotta have mental fortitude, dog. You know how mentally locked in you gotta be to get head with a rub on and get it up. You don't
That's the same shit to me.
But it was already up. Because you can't put the condom on the limp dick. So it was up, and then you just suck it from there.
Boy,
yeah, I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm just saying.
That's why you got a fucking strip throat. That's why you fuck.
Because you got all that latex shit in your throat.
She said she ain't gonna do it no more.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. That latex smell, I don't even like that shit, bro.
That's why you get latex-free condoms.
And women, stop using that my vagina allergic to condoms. That we don't fall for that no more.
That's semi-true. Your pH balance can be thrown off by the latex. So
we finna throw it off tonight.
Latex-free condoms.
We finna throw it off.
What you say?
Hollywood say he throwing it off tonight.
No, you got to use the latex-free. I travel with my own condoms. So you're not gonna throw my shit off or whatever. If you pull the shit out and it don't be the right shit, that's all right. Hold on, let me get mine.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because this is gonna be our last topic of the pod. Do you think men look at women different when they bring condoms to the event already?
Yes, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Okay, talk to me.
Go ahead,
Hollywood. Fuck way more than me. Where you get that from?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Especially if I invited you over, if I initiated the play date, why the fuck wouldn't I have condoms?
Hold on.
Why am I depending on you to provide it?
Let's say it's not a play date for you. Let's say y'all out kicking it.
It's always a play date in my book, bro. I'm not going out with nobody that ain't.
I understand how your mind works, but we talking about the logical women. I understand that's how your brain works. What I'm saying is, this is my scenario.
Okay.
Y'all kicking it. It's y'all second date or whatever. He take you out to a nice, fun-filled night on the town.
Right.
And then you pull the rub out.
I don't give a fuck what he think. Do you want to fuck or you don't?
She walk around expecting dick. That's why she got all them rubbers.
Do you look at her a certain way though, Hollywood? If a woman say what Freaky V just said, Freaky V, repeat what you just said.
Do you want to fuck or you don't?
I'm fucking, but I'm still gonna look
Exactly.
at you
That's the
like you
bottom
fucking.
line.
Nah,
What you do
she
after that,
fucking a
I
lot.
don't care.
She be fucking a lot, boy.
You say, but do you think
I
a
think
real
I
woman
think
to a certain extent cares? Like I knew from the first
I
date.
a woman who does that, I don't think she cares. If you willing to pull a condom out and give it to me, you don't give a fuck about what I think when you pull that condom out. But
No,
I do
like
think
why would
niggas put you in a certain category once you do some shit like that.
that you gonna fuck again? That's the category I want
No,
to be in.
that you're just the motherfucker who I call a fuck.
Hey,
But if that's all, listen, bruh, I don't think some women care. You trying to tell me I'm gonna risk?
No,
I knew
that's
I
fine.
wanted to give you some pussy when I said I was gonna go with you the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't fuck, right? Okay, so the second time I agreed to go out with you again or whatever. And I'm supposed to be surprised that you want some pussy now, and now I'm supposed to risk my life for you pulling out some old ass condom that you done had in the drawer for some months or
No.
whatever.
Dog, this
No.
shit is about perception.
I don't give a fuck about your
I
perception.
know you don't,
Mm-mm.
but a lot of women, we say this shit all the time. A lot of women deal off perception. Even she
Yeah,
wants
but so many people are caught into that situation that I've seen personally, that nigga just assumed because y'all been cool for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, y'all been going out, he been treating you all this type of shit or whatever, that he has now qualified himself to fuck raw. So now y'all all hot and heavy, you've been kissing and shit like that, and you ask him where the condom, and he say, I ain't got none. So now you're stuck in your heightened level of euphoria that you want to fuck just as much as he do, and then you end up having raw sex. Now you're susceptible to diseases, you're pregnant by somebody that you just really wanted to have a good time with at that moment. So why not travel with your own shit? So
I
your
mean,
when
perception
you
of me
explain it
don't
like
mean
that,
nothing.
yes,
it sounds very logical when you explain it like that. But
yes.
in the mind of a man, when you pull that motherfucking condom out, he's not thinking about all that shit you just said.
You see it?
Okay. Guess who don't care? Because
The
at that
woman who
moment
pulled
you
the
need to
condom
make a
out, we know.
decision. Are you gonna fuck me or not? And then if
No,
you're not, then
I'm a
that
fuck.
exits you out. So you think,
I'm a
oh well,
fuck.
I just want to fuck. We've been cool all of this time.
But Freaky
No, I'm a
V,
fuck.
you feel you speaking from your perspective and how you view shit. A lot of women don't view, I'm not saying all, but a lot of women don't view that shit like that, bro. Because I've been in a situation where girl be like, oh yeah, but I ain't got no condoms. Go to the store and get some. Like, she already knew she wanted to get a nigga none, but she didn't have none. So she knew what the perception of what that shit mean. You don't see, listen.
Most niggas, see
Freaky
that's
V, she know too.
immature.
She just don't. It just don't bother her. She know.
Yeah. So okay, my next question, last one, I promise. How many times before you decide to fuck it, we don't need condoms no more?
Say that again.
What?
How many times do
Give a
you
good ill. What you say?
before you decide that you don't need condoms no more?
Ah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's on a case by case scenario.
Absolutely.
Logically, we would have to go down here and get these tests ran.
Nigga, who did that?
I said logically.
Right.
Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah. It's definitely on a case by case basis.
What?
You just don't give off no number and say, hey, we done fucked 3 times.
Okay.
Are you locked in, or your significant other fucking other people?
Months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months.
Yeah, however long it takes you to feel comfortable. Yeah, you gotta feel comfortable.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you got to exhibit some safe
they
shit.
fucking with other people. It's shit. It's never as long as you fucking with
Never.
somebody else.
No, it's people that's doing their sneaky links that's rolling up with no rubbers on. Freaky V used to be one of them.
That's true.
Why I say logically thinking, we gonna have to go down here.
That's true. Listen, every now and then I still dabble in a little whatever.
Hey,
depending on who it is. That's just real. Other bitches ain't gonna be honest with that shit.
You dabble and do what now? Say that again.
I'll fuck a nigga raw every now and then, depending on who it is.
Hey, what's your social security number? I need to get a policy out on you.
Man, shut up.
I need to get a policy out on you, boy.
I ain't gonna lie, you do take a chance with that shit, but
Okay. Going back to one of the topics we just had a couple topics ago. If you don't know the difference between raw sex and using a condom, why not use a condom?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I don't know the difference. What I'm saying is if you
just said you don't know the difference.
I'm saying if we're fucking, well, okay, the purpose of the condom isn't for feeling, it's to prevent STD because I can't get pregnant. You understand? So I don't want the shit that you possibly bring. But it's certain.
But you don't know. But them niggas, you don't know for sure
about pregnancy. What you talking about?
No, about everything else.
Listen, I never said that. What I was going to reply to your comment, you about the Social Security number and the policy, you do take that chance, and sometimes you just don't know, or whatever. You never know what another person is doing, or whatever. But that's the chance that you take. Is it a stupid ass chance? Of course it is, or whatever. But it all depends on how safe that person makes you feel.
I get it.
Well, don't make me feel safe. Make me feel unsafe. Dog, it's been so long, bro. I don't even know what skin on skin feel like, bro. I might get married again with some skin on skin.
Exactly. You might be in trouble if you try that shit at this point.
I don't know what that shit feel like, but I don't know where they do that at.
So at what point do you feel it's safe to take it off now that you haven't since you've been sexually active with your baby mama?
The night after the wedding. Midnight.
Whoa.
There you go, Hollywood.
Is that your answer for real?
I don't know.
That nigga ain't pulling that off.
The comfortability, and I think not there. We might go down there to the clinic, boy, Benny Ford in Miami.
But you know that
I got family members who do that shit.
Things like dormant in your system, if that's what you're going by, I can provide you with a clean bill of health today. Tomorrow, my HIV status might come in.
I ain't never taking it off. Thank you, Freaky V.
You welcome. You welcome. That's real shit.
That shit ain't never coming off.
But that's real shit. HIV lies dormant in your system for a minimum of 5 years.
God damn.
5 years is a very long time that you could be exposed to a whole lot of people, depending on how promiscuous you are.
But you know this, but you would rather give a nigga a shot every once in a while.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. I just told you. You asked me, we talking, we being transparent. I'm the one that's gonna give it to you real. Or whatever.
I don't love nobody enough in my life.
I didn't say love had anything to do with it. Sometimes you get caught in the heat of the moment.
If you give me some shit like that, nigga, we soulmates forever. You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't got no choice.
Is that what it is?
You fucking right.
You ain't no choice.
Fuck that. I don't believe that. So maybe that's the problem.
Nigga, blood in, blood out. Nigga,
you ain't got no choice.
Nigga, I'm crip walking like OG Genesis in this motherfucker, nigga. Boy.
No, I don't think that means that.
Nah, you got
but I appreciate the male perspective. I ain't never heard it like that. I understand some things now, if that's what the both of y'all saying.
Hey,
I do.
That's common sense, though.
Hey, I do.
I ain't had that common sense. I didn't think that makes us tied at the hip.
When we done and if she's come back, just say I do.
What?
I do.
Listen, I appreciate that. That will I got it.
Hey man, we about to get up out of here though, man. Listen, y'all be safe out there, man. Make sure you take the right precautions to
yeah, wear a condom.
Right. We're not condoning raw sex, folks. Please wrap it up. There's so many options that you can take advantage of. Please.
Yes, there's so much stuff out here. Please. Damn, don't them panties you was smelling? Oh shit! Miss Hollywood finna get it. Okay, well we gotta get up out of here. As I said, Hollywood, how to get in contact with you?
Let's go ahead and end it.
I am Hollywood Rich _ on X, Instagram, Threads, all that.
What?
How to get in contact?
X is Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. You know that.
Oh, I'm not on Twitter. I ain't got my Twitter account set up yet.
Freaky, how to get in contact with you?
Freaky1V on Instagram and Threads.
I am infamous on TikTok. Also on Facebook is Theze Nutz official. Instagram is Theze Nutz _ Hollywood. How to get in contact with us on YouTube?
Separate these nuts.
If you take the audio experience, if you live in the app, while you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe, the notification button, drop a comment. Go to thesenuts.business@gmail.com if you want any inquiries about the podcast. If you take the audio experience, if you listen to Apple, Spotify, Google Play, or however you consume audio podcasts, put the nuts back together. That's Theze Nutz on all platforms. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and some of those places have a donation button. help a boy out. Help a boy out. So, as I said at the end of each and every podcast, we're social media's most imperfect podcast. Social media's best kept secret. I am infamous.
I'm Freaky V.
Hollywood.
And together we make
These nuts.
There you go, Freaky V. These old evil.
I'll work on it. I'll work on the next episode.